that's why this helped, because they would put a couple jars on the table and I would smell it, and immediately I would have a reaction to it, like no. And then another one, I would smell it and I'd be like, oh, okay. It's kind of like, smelling flowers or smelling wine or something that you really have to go with what you intuitively get drawn to. And then I could record that here, and then when I would smoke it and inhale it, then I could write down if the smell matched the experience.
Yeah, I think this has been the most interesting part of the process for me, because there's a dispensary that I've been to a few times that solely bases their strains based off of their terpene profiles, and they have a little info sheet, and it looks very similar to this with the different color-coded terpene profiles. And so this was a great tool to use at that specific dispensary. But I was able to compare and contrast and really use this to understand the terpene profiles, because this is sort of intimidating. Like, even as a longtime smoker, I never thought about this until 7 months ago, because it wasn't out there. Nobody was doing the research on it and made it accessible and available to people like me. So this has been a great tool to refer to over.
I'm a picky connoisseur, so I automatically, with your terp grid, this was amazing to smell, because you can smell the difference between really good cured weed and stuff that smells like hay. And it's the difference between grass and letting the proper cure come in to where you actually can experience the terpene flavors, because you can get something that smells just so grassy and it's still wet, you don't really receive all the wonderful flavors that you could, and you're squeezing it, and it should just have a nice perfect snap, and it should just radiate a nice wonderful smell, and you get these great flavor profiles now. Some people aren't doing that because they're not curing it as long as what it should be, so it's just wet weed.
At first I was kind of like, wait, I'm doing this to escape my body. This is like bringing my focus back into exactly what I'm trying to escape. So I really kind of have a block there. I don't know that I really want to do this, but once I did it, it was like, oh yeah, this is not in any way depressing. I thought this, would kind of lock me into exactly what I'm escaping, but no, it was just fun. And, again, such a valuable record to have, so that I can just go straight to that and know which bud I want to choose for my cabinet.
So what I liked about this is that I used it for flour, I used it for caramels, I used it for suppositories, so I was able to filter out those strains and those things that were clearly not working for me.